Right now, somewhere in your house, there's probably a laptop that cost way more than it should have. Bought because a salesperson said, "Get this one, it's more powerful," and you believe them. Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which category of laptop is designed for you, and more importantly, which one you've been wasting money on. There are 7 types of laptops out there, and I guarantee at least one of them is going to make you go, "Wait, that's literally been my problem this whole time." Let's start with the one almost everyone actually needs, but very few people actually buy. The everyday all-rounder, the one most people skip. Ultrabooks are thin, light, built for portability first. Think MacBook Air, Dell XPS, that whole slim category. They're not powerhouses, and that's the point. They're built to disappear into your bag and last all day without needing a charger. Here's the twist, though. Most people walk right past these in the store because they don't feel impressive enough. No flashy spec sheet, no big number to brag about. But if your daily grind is browsers, documents, spreadsheets, and video calls, this quiet, unimpressive laptop actually covers about 90% of what you'll ever need. The laptop that looks the most boring on paper is often the one that fits real life the best. Keep that in mind, because it's about to come up again. The one that looks powerful but drains before lunch. Gaming laptops pack serious processors and dedicated graphics cards, built to run demanding games at high settings. Sounds great, right? Here's the catch nobody mentions in the store. Unplug it, and some of these things lose over half their battery in under 2 hours. You basically bought a desktop that pretends to be portable. If gaming is genuinely your priority, or you're doing heavy video editing or 3D work, it earns its price tag. But if you bought one because the RGB lighting looked cool and you're mainly using it for email, you paid for horsepower you'll literally never touch. And trust me, that mistake shows up more than you'd think. The shapeshifter. Then there's the 2-in-1, laptops like the Surface Pro that fold back into a tablet. Touchscreen, sometimes a stylus, switches between laptop and tablet mode depending on your mood. Sounds like the best of both worlds, doesn't it? Except here's what nobody tells you up front. You're often paying for that flexibility with a noticeable drop in raw performance compared to a regular laptop at the same price. Great for note takers, sketchers, and people who genuinely hate carrying 2 devices. Not so great if you actually needed the power more than the party trick. The one built like it's trying to survive a war. Business laptops and think ThinkPad aren't winning any beauty contests, but they're built with one obsession: durability. Stronger builds, better keyboards for people who type all day, tighter security for company data. These are the laptops that survive being dropped in an airport, thrown in a backpack for 5 straight years, and somehow still boot up fine. Nobody buys a ThinkPad because it looks exciting. They buy it because when everything else in the office is falling apart, that laptop is still going strong. Function over flash, every time. The one everyone underestimates. Chromebooks run on Chrome OS instead of full Windows or Mac OS. Lightweight, fast to boot, mostly cloud-based. And yes, people love to clown on them online. But here's the part that surprises most people. For basic browsing, streaming, and docs, they're fast, secure, and dramatically cheaper than the alternatives. They're not built for heavy software, so don't expect to run professional editing tools on one. But if your needs are actually simple, this cheap laptop might outperform your expectations and outperform that overpriced gaming laptop gathering dust in your closet. The heavy lifter, and also the biggest trap. This is where it gets interesting. Creator and workstation laptops, MacBook Pro, high-spec Windows workstations are built for video editing, 3D rendering, music production, serious software development, powerful processors, strong graphics, better color-accurate screens. If your work genuinely involves large files and demanding software, this category earns every dollar. But here's the trap. A huge number of people buy this exact laptop just to check email and scroll social media. That's like buying a moving truck to carry your lunch to work. Technically, it works. You paid for way more than you needed. The backup plan people mistake for a main plan. Budget laptops trade performance for a lower price. Fine for browsing, documents, and light streaming. But the moment you throw anything demanding at them, multiple tabs, heavier software, real multitasking, they start to buckle. Great as a backup machine or a starter laptop for a kid. Not great as your only device if your needs are actually bigger than you're admitting to yourself. So here's the moment where this all comes together. Remember that boring, unimpressive Ultrabook from the very beginning? That's usually the one people should have bought. And it's almost always the one they skip because it doesn't feel powerful enough in the store. The real question isn't which laptop looks the most impressive. It's what you actually do on your laptop most days. Not what you imagine you might do someday. Not what looks good to other people. Most people overspend because someone convinced them more power is always better. It isn't if you're never going to use it. Now here's where you come in. Tell me in the comments which laptop you're currently using. And be honest, is it actually the right fit for what you do? Or did you fall into one of these traps? I want to see how many of you say, oh no, that's literally me. Subscribe if this saved you from making an expensive mistake. Because next time, we're breaking down exactly what specs actually matter versus what's just marketing noise.